I have a cousin who's a nurse, whom I was laying down one time and she was like, yeah, it's definitely fibrous because you can see that it's like poking out, you know. So I went to the hospital to have them check, you know, do a scan. And the first doctor I went to was like, this Sunday you're pregnant. I said, I would know if I'm pregnant, clearly. So he checked and he says, I've got very huge fibroids. I need to do surgery instantly. Like, he was scaring me, the way he was going about it. So I didn't like his vibe, you know. So I went to another hospital and they said, yes, it's true, I have fibroids. They used to say I had about 8 or something.
Wow.
In different parts.
And we are on for another exciting edition of Talkertainment right here on Ghanaweb TV. As usual, I am your host, Elsie Lamar. Today's conversation promises to be very interesting as we have one of Ghana's finest multi-talented singers joining us right here in the studio. We have the multiple award-winning Adina Thembi. I don't know how to pronounce the full, but help me.
Yeah.
Thembi. Then the last one is what?
Ndamzi.
It's a South African name, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So fill us in with your relation as far as
South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa is concerned.
Okay, so my late dad is South African, and so basically half of my family is South African. Well, that's where I got my name from. Adina Thembi in Downsy.
Oh, okay. Did you grow up there?
I'm also Araba.
Araba. So. Hey. So you are also from Tadi?
No, I'm actually from Ejimako.
So
I'm from the central region.
Oh, okay.
So I'm Fanti. My mom is Fanti.
Oh.
My dad is South African.
Oh, okay. So you speak Fanti too?
Yeah, I speak Fanti. I don't speak Kosa.
Oh, so okay. You're from that tribe that...
Yes. Apparently Zulus and like other tribes also do the click, but Kosas do it more than...
What did you say more?
It's Kosa. Let me just spell it because me can't know how to pronounce.
So pronounce a word using the Ngwa list.
Oh no. Okay, my cousin is called Sinkobile. I don't know how to do it. I apologize to all my South
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I see. So how often do you visit South Africa?
I visit when I have the time or chance. I've been in and out for about... It's been a while since I went, but yeah, I go whenever I get the chance. Yeah.
And then give us some of your fond memories.
For South Africa.
Yeah.
It's fun, always. The food is cheap. And there's so many fun places and fun things to do. It's always good to catch up with family. You know, I actually lost my uncle to COVID in 2020, so that was a bit of a bummer. But apart from that, SA is always very fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, growing up, I know your dad is South African. Yes. Did he live with your mom at
Okay,
some
so
point?
my mom and dad met in Liberia, and that's where I was born.
Oh, okay.
That's where they had the relationship. And then that year, well, the year I was born, actually like 3 months after I was born, the Liberian War broke out.
Oh.
So we had to flee and come to Ghana. And he was stuck somewhere else, so he went straight to
South Africa.
Yeah. And he died like 4 years after.
But did you get to see him before? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this.
But how was that for you?
I mean, I didn't know he had passed away till I grew up. I was like 18, trying to like get more information about my family because we lost, touch. The only thing we remember was a letter that he wrote that got to my mom, and that was the only connection we had. We knew he was there. The numbers that he provided for us to call had all been this. It's not like nowadays that you can keep a number for so long. Back then, if they give you a number and after a while you call, so we were not able to reach family back there. So my mom just raised us by herself, with the Ghana side more. And I found out when I grew up that he had died.
What's your last memory about your dad?
My dad. I don't remember. I was a baby.
Nothing.
I don't have any memories.
You don't have his image, how he looks like?
I do have photos. When I went to SA, I met my aunts, my uncles, and they showed me pictures of him when he was, growing up and all that. Yeah.
So your dad and your mom, which of them had singing talents? Because I know sometimes
it's my mom. Because my dad, and nobody said anything about him singing. He was a doctor. He was very about his books and he was serious. So I don't think.
I'm sure he would have said no, be a doctor too, instead of being a musician.
Born, he said I'll be called Adina and I'll sing all over the world. So
oh, okay.
I don't know where he got.
What does it mean, Adina?
Adina means gentle. Gentle. So it's a, like different things, but delicate, gentle, noble. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Moving away from the whole family thing.
Yeah.
Lately there have been topics regarding health issues in the country, kidney especially, with regards to dialysis. I don't know whether you've heard it.
No, I haven't.
Oh, that the cost of dialysis has increased.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, creating outrage in the country. I want to capitalize on that and ask you, because you have come out to advocate for fibroid due to your experiences. Can you take us through how this whole thing started? When did you detect, and what are some of the things you went through till?
So I suspected that I might have fibroids when I was working out a lot, but then I always had a bulge in my lower abdomen. Like I would work out, I would make sure I'm sticking to the right diets, and you would notice that I would lose weight the way I wanted, but only that place there was like a bit of a bulge. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and check and see what it is. And I think when I gave up, when I decided I was gonna check, I stopped working out because I realized it wasn't because I wasn't like trying to be fit. It was something, and I noticed I was gaining more and more weight, and the bulge was becoming more and more visible. So I have a cousin who's a nurse, whom I was laying down one time and she was like, yeah, it's definitely fibrous because you can see that it's like poking out, you know. So I went to the hospital to have them check, you know, do a scan. And the first doctor I went to was like, this Sunday you're pregnant. I said, I would know if I'm pregnant, clearly. So he checked and he says, I've got very huge fibroids. I need to do surgery instantly. Like he was scaring me the way he was going about it. So I didn't like his vibe, you know. So I went to another hospital and they said, yes, it's true. I have fibroids. They used to say I had about 8 or something.
Wow.
In different parts. But I need to go and take it out because of where it is. Because some of them were around my ovaries.
Wow.
Which is obviously how we get pregnant.
Very delicate.
Exactly. So then I went to the third doctor and they confirmed again. So that was the doctor that I ended up working with, the Tema Women's Hospital, Dr. Yabang. So she walked me through it, spoke to me, and I stuck with her because I liked how she spoke to me. I was more convinced. I didn't like the first doctor. Like I don't like the whole
yeah, right.
But this one, she had time for me. She explained how different people have come to do it, you know, what recovery is going to be like, how I need to take good care of my body, how I needed to do tests in the hospital to be sure that I was okay to do a surgery, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I just booked a time. Like I said, okay, I wanted to do it February 20th. And, yeah.
This year?
No, it was
last
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I prepared and I went, did it. I actually took the camera, you know, crew with me so I got the documentary on my YouTube channel. And they took 16 hours. So that's the thing. When you go and do the scan, you know, obviously because the machine is not inside your body, they will see what they will see. Then when they actually open you up, they find more things. So it's normal.
Wow.
Yeah. So they took 16 fibroids out. Some very big, some little, like, you know, like an egg, some like a walnut, like, you know, all these different. But there was one that was really huge. And I didn't believe that it came out of me because even though I had the bulge in my lower abdomen, I was still a slim person. So I was like, how did this thing stay? And I was feeding on my blood and, you know, so I became very anemic for a very long time. It was crazy. But I'm happy that it's out now.
Yeah.
And I've gone back to the hospital to check. I think I did that earlier this year. And there's nothing there. So we're hoping and praying that it stays that way. It stays that
way. What were your fears?
That I won't come out of the theater. That was my number one fear. I was scared, obviously, but I was also optimistic that, you know, we could do it. Because my sister has also had surgery for fibroids. I was like, she did it, she came out. Then I can also go and do it and come. Yeah.
Did you at any point think it was going to affect childbirth?
I mean, yes, I've always thought it. I guess I would never know until I try to give birth and see if it's a problem or not. But they assured me that in the hospital that a lot of people have done it and come back and been able to give birth. So that's not really like, it's not, once you have fibroids or you have the surgery, it's not guaranteed that you're never going to be able to give birth. It depends on how your body is, how your body heals. Some people develop keloids, you know, some people swell up when they're healing. So some people end up having their tubes blocked. So the normal process of conception is not possible. But if you realize that that's your problem, the doctors can insert the sperms and make sure that you also so there are different ways to look at it. You just need to be in touch with like a very trusted doctor, someone that's knowledgeable enough to walk you through, you know. I mean, people do IVF, people do that so many ways. You just need to do your research, or else you just give up.
True. So what are some of the lessons you drew from it that you'd want to
from the process,
from the whole journey?
That's, I need to take good care of myself, because that's like, I only have one body, and obviously as a human being, as you're growing up, things come up. So just every once in a while, go and check, see if there's something wrong, and if you need to make lifestyle changes, you should, because this is your life. This is the only body that you have. But also, like, live for the moment, and, you know, don't wait to say, okay, maybe when I get here, then I'll do this thing. Like, achieve whatever, as in pursue the dreams that you've always wanted to pursue, because life is short. You know, you never know when you're gonna just fall and die because of some health conditions. So as you're alive and you have the opportunity, live.
The cost of fibroid treatments can be very expensive. Would you also say or try to advocate for that to be somehow, you know, subsidized for people who are still, you know?
Obviously, I would always want to, I would like to advocate so that, what's the thing called? The prices will be reduced, because not everybody that can afford a certain amount, you know, when they're doing surgeries. Some people haven't even gone to check because they're afraid of how much they'll tell them they need to pay to get the surgery done. So yes, definitely, if it's possible, I would love to, you know, speak on that.
So recently there have been back-to-back protests in the country. The recent one, OccupyJulorBiHouse and all of that. We've had celebrities come out to vent or to talk about their struggles. How is life as a musician with regards to this economy? How are you faring under this economy as an artist?
I think everybody's bleeding. It's tough. It's tough, but we're just hoping and praying for opportunities that will, like, help make life easier. You know, that's it. When I'm going through things, I just try to focus on the craft, focus on what it is that I'm doing that's giving me the revenue that I want. I don't know. I'm speaking in parables now. But that's it. Like, I just focus, you know, get my passion and to try not to lose that light that's inside, because life can be really, really tough, you know.
But personally, can you relate to what's happening? To the hardships.
I started a business this year. I set up my fashion business, and it's been ghetto, like crazy. And I didn't realize how difficult it is, you know. And this was the year too that prices were shooting up, and obviously it affects how much things cost or what the total pricing of an outfit is. Therefore, clients are going to say it's too expensive, and you understand them because we are going through it. But fuel prices too are killing you. I know about, like, it's crazy. So I know how challenging it is. I feel like everybody has the right to share how they really feel, and like what they did. I think it was a step in the right direction. They were going through it. They felt like they had the right to exercise, what's the thing, freedom of speech, you know. And I think it was perfect that they did that. I'm hoping that we'll be able to yield some good results, because that's the main reason why they went to go and stand there in the rain and all of that. And I hope that whatever the reasons were, they'll be able to, everything will be resolved, because Charlie is tough. Things are crazy.
Yeah. When the protest was going on, Ghanaians on social media were blasting the celebrities.
Yeah, I saw.
You know?
Yeah. I saw.
Do you actually think that they should? everybody should share an opinion on such an issue, or they have their right to remain silent over it?
Of course, I feel like it's not by force for everybody to talk about it. It would be nice if we get more voices so that it makes it louder. I think what they were saying was that we have the platform, people are looking at us, so if we join our voices, it's going to make it heavier. Which, yeah, it's a good idea. But you also don't know, like, you don't know where the person is, what they are going through, if they are able to come to their phones on that day to make such a comment or whatever it is. You can't really tell. So if people were able to make it, yeah, let's what's the bro for?
Applaud them.
Yes. If some were not able to make it, you don't know why. So I don't think it's right to be blasting them because you don't know.
Do you also think that it's a very sensitive issue politically?
It is.
That's why artists are very careful to talk about it.
I mean, I can't speak for other people, but it is sensitive because it's political. Politics is always touchy. But there are certain artists that don't mind, bringing their faces out to come and talk about some of these things because maybe they feel like it's really, But even though it's sensitive, I also feel like the topic, what they're discussing, wasn't political per se. It just had to do with what we are all going through. It's affecting everybody,
But the thing is, once you come and talk about it, the government in power sees you as an opposition.
Right.
Because there are some artists that have come out to speak and they've got responses from politicians.
That's what.
Oh.
I'm trying to understand the
Stonebwoy came to talk, right? You saw him speaking during the protest.
But I don't remember. Like, I didn't watch it. So
a politician came out to call him out that he doesn't pay taxes, so he has no right to even talk about issues of the sort when he doesn't pay taxes. So you see where the thing is gearing to. So if things like that keep happening, it prevents artists from coming to air their views. Because once you air your views, the government in power will see you as an opposition.
No, but I think everybody should have the right to freely speak their mind, as long as you're not disrespecting anybody or infringing upon anybody's rights. I think what's the reason you just gave should not be a reason why an artist, if they really feel like they should talk about it, they should talk about it. That's how I feel. I think it's our right, isn't it? Yeah, as a citizen of the country. So yeah.
Yeah. So on this note, let's take a quick breather. We'll be right back. You're watching Talkertainment here on Ghanaweb TV.
Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow.
Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist cupcakes, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat. Premium quality cakes baked with love for all, enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy. Oh,
McBerry Twist cupcakes, simply irresistible. Try one today. This advert is FDA approved.
And we are back here on Talkertainment, right here on Ghanaweb TV. And I'm still here chit-chatting with the beautiful Adina. You know my favorite song of yours?
No, tell me.
I'm on my way to the top. Never fear, no, I never stop. I ain't thinking to fall back. I keep on moving. That place, what did you say?
I'm on track.
What
were you going to say? I want to know your own. Please tell me, because the things I'm hearing. Nothing. No mucha saying.
So I wanted to ask you what language is that?
Someone says namucha.
Namucha.
Someone says no more cho.
But that place sounds like
I'm on track.
I'm on track.
Yeah,
okay.
Obviously, because
life is what?
Life is short, so if I live, I'm
well. Oh. Hey.
If you get a chance,
Cafe dough.
My party for
hustle well. Oh. So life go be JJ. Oh. If you're not gonna know what you really want, it never go be JJ. Oh. I'm on my way to the top. I never fear, no, I never stop. I ain't thinking to fall back. I keep on moving.
And I'm on track.
I don't want trouble, so I kept quiet. Adina, so where have you been? You have been on hibernation for a while. We've not been seeing more of you like we used to see Adina all over the place.
Yeah.
What happened?
So I'm gonna just say from this year, because last year I wasn't that, out of the system. I was still doing things. But from the beginning of this year, and we were ready for a new project, which is the album. So we took time off. We wanted to just say no to everything, all public appearances. So we were intentionally not doing interviews, TV or radio. We were not doing shows. Like literally, we just blocked off time to say we're going to go into the studio, put things together, and so that's what we did. And the album. So we're working on an album. Actually, there's an album coming out. It's already done. Like we finished working on it.
Can't wait.
And the lead single is Party, that features Kofi Kinata.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing, working on the album and also building my small business on the side. Yeah.
The business that we'll talk about in chambers. But there have been rumors that since you joined Lynx, you've lost your bubbly self.
Hey, so I'm sad now.
No, like you are not that, you know.
I'm not.
Bubbly, active. The Adina we used to see, come on.
That's what I'm saying. So I took time off to work on the album.
But have you heard such rumors though?
No. The bubbly one, I've never heard it.
You've never heard it?
Yeah. But a lot of people were, complaining that I've been silent. And it was actually part of the plan. So when I know, if you guys have noticed that I've been silent, then it means that there's a bit of demand for me, which is a good thing still. So now that I'm back, I'm back.
There's this issue about songwriting. We've witnessed it lately between the most recent one was between Mr. Drew and Eugene, right? Okay. For the Case song.
What happened? Tell me, please.
Oh, you've not heard, Adina.
No, if I tell you, I'm lying. I don't know what the details are. Okay,
so Eugene, Drew has a song out, Case. I think you've heard it before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently, Eugene came out to say that he wrote the song, like 80% of the song for Drew. Meanwhile, Drew did not acknowledge him.
Oh.
And then now the song is out.
On the publishing side?
I don't know, like publishing everywhere. Right. He wasn't acknowledged. And then he was bitterly lamenting about it.
Oh, okay.
That he feels like cheated, he feels like not acknowledged enough for his work and all of that. Do you think it is very important for artists to acknowledge their ghostwriters?
I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging someone that contributed to the work. But that's why I'm asking, like, is it for publishing? Because...
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Publishing, his name is not there.
Oh,
you look at the artist on the song, Sister Ifia, Mufti, whatever, all of them, their names were listed, but Eugene's name wasn't there.
I don't know what's happened when they were putting the things together, so I can't really say much, because every time you guys hear anything on social media or in the news, there's always some story there that we're clearly not privy to, but it's not all the time that those stories will come out, so I don't know like what the details are, so I can't really talk. But all I have to say is, mostly the right thing that is done is, because I work with a lot of songwriters, sometimes there's somebody in the room when we are doing the song who will probably say, let's put the. That person is still recognized when we're doing the split sheets. So that's the right thing that needs to happen. If anybody contributes to a song, they should be given props. And then when there's royalties, they also get some money or whatever it is, because they've put in work. That's just what I think.
But what do you think is the reason behind some artists failing to recognize people who wrote the songs for them?
I can't speak for them. I can't speak for them.
Especially when the song becomes a hit.
Right, because all the times I've worked with people, I always talk about it. Sometimes I even mention it on my social media. That's written by XYZ. In interviews, I'm always talking. So I can't speak for those that don't. I don't know. But even me that I used to talk about the fact that people wrote songs for me, there will be people saying, hey, you don't write a song. Why? You're not a real artist or something like that. But all the big names that you love in the world, all your Beyoncés, all the songs that you are enjoying, when you go on Apple Music, let the song finish playing, look at the under. Nipa be 2,000 billion and a try. But you love it. And you respect them because you think they are artists, but just because it's Ghana.
Yeah.
So people need to be educated that it's normal. Songwriting doesn't mean, if you don't write your songs, it doesn't mean that you're not an artist. Because we all have different gifts. Someone's own is to play the beats, someone's own is to sing, someone's own is to write. Some people can write and sing and play beats. Great. But it doesn't make one person better than the other. We all have our unique gifts that God gave us. So yeah. Adjuma ne
As an artist, you probably have had down moments. Can you fill us through one of the most toughest times you've had to encounter as an artist?
As an artist, I'm thinking like I don't have tough moments. I do, but I'm trying to see. I think. I think it would be when in the beginning I was trying to figure out my voice, because like I say figure out because your voice is your voice. It's like your body.
Yeah.
You might not realize that some things don't work for you until like late in your life. Then you realize, that was why my body was reacting exercises. So I think for me it was figuring out my voice and like figuring out how to balance everything in terms of my voice, like what I would eat that would help me, because I realized I have acid reflux, which I didn't really know. And if you have acid reflux, it means you need to be careful what you eat, especially on the day that you perform, because if the food doesn't digest properly, it comes right back into the throat and it makes you lose your voice. So I never understood, like I didn't even know this is what was going on in my body. So maybe it's time for a show. I'll say, well, I've not eaten today, let me eat something. I'm going to eat maybe 2 hours or 3 hours before the show. By the time it's time to go and perform, because I'm trying to jump and be active, then the thing will come back in your throat and it affects how you sound on stage. Because you know during the week you sounded amazing. Everything was great. But now at that particular time, because of what you ate, it had some tomatoes or something that's offsetting, then it gives you that issue. So for me, those were the challenges, like figuring out my body, my throat, my voice, the things that work for me, the foods that work for me. I went through a bit of a phase there, but now, thankfully, I know, like I figured it out. So those were challenging moments, because I hate it when it affected me on stage. Say I'm trying to hit a note and I can't, or I sing small, my voice gets tired, like, because that's why I'm there, to sing. So if it's getting tired, what's wrong with you? You know? So yeah, those were some trying times for me, but thankfully I've been able to figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There was this particular year, VGMAs. You won award, Dama, you won for dance hall. Hey.
Yes.
And like it was, I think it was a milestone for you.
Yes, it was.
Because Adina and a lady winning that category, like it's unprecedented.
Yeah.
Were you under any form of pressure right after that?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't, because we put in a lot of work for that album, Arba album, and it yielded great results. For me, it was fulfilling, because we really put in work. Like, we go into the studio in the nights to do songs, we're chasing this idea, we're having arguments, no, this is not the one, this is the one. Like, finally, it yielded great results, and I was so happy with how far the song went, how much Ghanaians embraced it. So it was so fulfilling to see, and it taught me that if I put my mind to anything, everything is possible. Yeah.
You have a new song out, Pate, featuring Kofi Kinata. Why Kofi Kinata though?
Once we did the song, because of what the song was talking about, we just figured Kofi Kinata was the perfect fit to help us communicate the message in a very light but very interesting way as well, because we all know Kofi Kinata is like a prolific writer. He's like a dope lyricist. He knows how to play around the words that still make you know that he's rapping, and also like put some fun in there and send the message across. So he was like the best fit.
Tell
and
us
also
about
he's
the
fancy
song.
and like he needed that kind of flavor.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Tell us about the song.
Okay, so the song is basically saying that no matter what you go through in life, like life is tough, there will always be a reason for you to, you know, save money and use it for something. There are always bills. There's always something that you need to do or stress about. School fees, electricity, water. Like the list goes on and on. So sometimes when you get the money, your salary saved, the salary is finished because of all the things that you need to do. So all I'm saying is life will always life, right? But every once in a while, take a moment or a minute and just live. You know, just breathe. Let your hair down. Like Sikana would go to your bills and favorite meal. Not travel.
Hey, sit down.
Because this is the life now. No, because
May change future.
Don't know start future on the cry, but what I say. So right now, I'm not saying be careless or reckless with your money, but we need to live a little. Yeah. Sometimes by the time you realize now when you're before,
it's so true, Charlie.
The beer with cheer because you're always in the office now. So life problems day, but find a way to still have.
These days pressure man for Pops they
don't go there. Sometimes it'll be quiet or you need to check. It's waste of money.
Yeah.
But it's not waste of money. You are just taking that moment to like take care of yourself. Or cry me veggie. Your soul will be happy. So yeah, that's all Party is saying. So you see, the message is kind of heavy. So we needed someone to like lighten it up because I'm not trying to be preachy because it's a dance song, you know. But I also wanted to encourage people. What's the maybe I don't know guys who could light do. I know a sandwich now. Maybe I'll disconnect for talk and full.
Hey, now what that?
Okay.
Now what that sumo?
You will not die.
Please, this advice is a bad advice from Adina.
Please don't listen to this advice.
50 Ghana, no the koto benku. Nada is mosquitoes very. Anyway, so if Adina is not in the studio recording or on stage somewhere performing, what is Adina doing?
I'm either home or I'm at work at Thembi Republic, my fashion company, you know, putting ideas together because
What are some of the things you do to distress?
Relax,
yeah.
Go to the beach. Or take time out, like some hidden spots that nobody knows. Not in Kuame or not in dream.
Now fat inspiration.
Yes, yes.
I see. What's the worst rumor you've heard about yourself?
I was going to say that I'm pregnant, but that's not bad because it's good news, right? That was when I had well, it was actually after my surgery. But my body was still healing, so I still had, you know, anyway. Yeah. What's rumor? Oh, that I've bleached my skin. Because I don't bleach. So it's the worst for me because for as long as I can remember I've been fair. And if anybody the people that know me from when I was young, no. So if anybody that doesn't know me comes to say, hey, I didn't know what I'm like, so it's not even worth like the energy. Do you understand? Because you don't even know what you're talking about.
Did you see my face when you said it bleached?
Really?
Because I saw you in 2018. I'm seeing you now, and it's the same skin color. So
2018 is not even far.
Like where is
people that knew me from 19? What I say? Because they know when I'm walking in the sun and I look like I'm coming to if anything, I'm going to explode because I'm so fair in the sun. And for so many years,
Okay, Adina, tell us your last words for your fans.
Party is out. Party is out featuring Kofi Kinata. Please go and stream. The video is out as well. And yeah, please stream the music. But thank you so much for all the support so far. You have been saying I've been hiding. I'm back now. So don't ask me what happened.
Give us a little something, Party.
Which part of the song?
The fun, the most interesting part.
Where the party day? Okay, so when I say where the party day, then you say
Okay, please record us. I want this part.
Where the party day? Share the joy and feel the vibe. Where the party day? Forget your problems, make we dance. Where the party day? And I end up over there, where the party day? And DJ Nintina, yeah, hold on, touch up, hold on, show. Hold up. I like the dance.
Please, the A isn't finished.
Where am I here with the party day?
Okay, on this A note, we come to an end of this episode of Talkertainment here on Ghanaweb TV. I've had a lot of fun on set actually with Adina. Was it the same with you?
Yes, I had
yeah,
so you for having me.
Yeah, thank you too. Thank you for coming. We come your way another time, and till then, be good and stay blessed. We are out.